hello Rade. It is Attorney Betting Gurjan. I'm together with our Serbian partner today with Rade. Hello Rade. And today we will discuss with company formation in Serbia with Rade. Greetings from Serbia. How are you, Rade? Is everything good?
Yeah, everything's fine. Thank you for coming here so we can discuss these interesting topics that are very vibrant in Serbia.
It is. I mean, especially last 2-3 years, Serbia is progressing a lot in terms of the foreign investors.
Yeah,
right?
a lot of foreign investments, especially after COVID crisis. So basically, there are many foreigners that are actually choosing to live here, or on the other side to start a company or start any kind of business.
So the technical now, we are recording this video in the summertime. It is almost 38 outside in Serbia.
Yeah.
So guys, if you
we don't have sea.
exactly, don't tell this. It's not a good marketing of Serbia. But I will say that it's a reason we are more sport because it's so hot. But also it's a hot topic and it's a reason we are going to discuss. So today actually discuss with the writer that what are the conditions and what are the procedure of starting business in Serbia. First, of course, Rade, if you can summarize out that, why the foreigners choosing Serbia to start company among our clients and what will be your experiences with sectors and so on?
Well, the reason is, first, it's easy to start the company in Serbia because, you need only a very small amount of share capital, which is around 100 dinars, which is less than a euro, which is very good for somebody who wants to start a company, not to be in a position to make some huge investments in the beginning. Also also taxes. I mean, it's 15%, which is one of the lowest in Europe. Also Serbia is very well connected with East and West. We are actually one of the countries that tries to make with the European Union, and we are in process of obtaining. But also on the other side, we have free trade agreements with China and Russia, with Turkey also, and we are in a good relationship with many countries, which is good especially for the trade business. So that are some main reasons why people choose Serbia as their place for their business and to developing the business relationship if they want actually to connect their business with many countries, because now we live in a world where there are always some sanctions from the organizations or from the countries. Serbia is not having any sanctions against anybody at the moment.
It's a kind of middle player, right?
Middle player between big players.
So technically, we can maybe give some more advice regarding that for foreigners. Technically, there are some main questions when they ask. The first question you already answered it. As an EU citizen or non-EU citizen, is it possible to start in Serbia?
Yeah.
Right.
Any citizen can start. Citizen of any country can start the company in Serbia. The Serbian Business Register doesn't care about it.
There's no restriction about it.
No restrictions.
So other question is that, for example, some countries like in Singapore, they ask local manager. And is it obligatory to have a lawyer in Serbia, or person who is not resident of Serbia or who is not Serbian at all can be the manager of the company?
Any person can be the manager of the company. You can be a foreign citizen, the owner and director. It's not obligatory to have a local manager.
Technically, it is possible to create a one-person company who is the same person as the manager.
Yeah,
Right?
of course.
One of the most, most asked question to us that is it possible? Actually, the company form is quite important. And in Serbia, what is the biggest, most popular form is which is a limited liability company, right?
Limited liability company is the easiest the most simple way to open the company is to open the LLC company, because it's very good for small businesses and for middle businesses, which many of the foreigners choose when they start.
Taking DO is the main form.
Yeah, it's the main form, and the conditions for making the DO or limited liability company are the easiest to perform.
So in this respect, as a foreigner, we may recommend them to start a DOO, which is a limited liability company. Just confirm that you already mentioned the minimum capital for the DOO is the €1, right?
€1, less than €1
Less
at
than
the moment.
€1, yeah. Based on the exchange rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you compare it to Germany, to starting GmbH, which is the German LLC, which you need €25,000 capital, which has half of it has to be paid, but in Serbia, just less than €1, you can start a limited liability company. So the other question is that, let's say that I'm from US, I'm from UK, I am from some Asian country, let's say, without coming to Serbia, is it possible to start LLC?
Yeah, it is possible to start it. With power of attorney, the one part of the procedure can be done. The second part of the procedure, obtaining the bank account and e-signature, which is mandatory in Serbia, for which at the moment the regulations are that you must come in Serbia.
So you mean that we can start a company with POA without coming here, but after incorporation?
After the incorporation is completed, the person who is in charge, the director, should come to Serbia for several days to complete some mandatory tasks.
What are these mandatory tasks?
As I mentioned, the e-signature is number one because there are some obligations connected with e-signature, which I can explain. On the second part is the opening of the bank account, because even though banks have the regulations that you with power of attorney can open the bank account for a client, they usually have their own rules, and that it would be wise for the client to come in person. So those are two issues for which person should or must come in Serbia in order to make things much easier and quicker for the company to start.
So you mentioned that also corporate tax rate. Actually, we have another video with Lubija from Vulcan Constance regarding the tax rate and accounting procedure, any DOO in Serbia. But just to remember that the 15% is the corporate tax from the net profit. Right? Which is quite low if compared.
Yeah, it's quite low if we compare it to the Western countries. Actually, the countries that are part of European Union.
So technically, already, if we start from scratch, there is a foreigner who apply us to start his LLC. We decide, the capital, we decide the activities name, and so on. Then after that, when we need a POA, power of attorney, to start the procedure. From that on, the registration of company, how many days it takes?
Well, it takes approximately 7 days. Less or more, 7 days.
7 days, like a one.
7 days, time. 7 working days, I can.
Like a 1 week, within like a 2 weeks.
2 week time.
We can register the company with the power of attorney as an issue. Just one issue that do we need this power of attorney by apostille or the patient?
Yeah, well, if you want to start it remotely, if you want to send the POA for us to open the company for you, you need it apostille,
notarized
and notarized.
So technically it is very important, and in our website you can see that there's one article regarding what is the apostille procedure. But since we work in 10 countries, we can help you to guide you that how you can get this POA from your notary, get apostilled, and of course it needs to be translated to Serbian, but technically we can help them to regarding the translation procedure. And the most important thing that of course how you start your company, it goes like that. Rade, maybe you can give some of your experiences that Serbia is a Balkan country, right? And some laws are quite strict because it's an EU member candidate country, and some rules are still from the ex-Yugoslavia, right? And how you see that, as a foreigner, let's say that I'm starting a business in Serbia, which field I should be careful?
Well, you should be careful with tax administration, of course, because even though we are digitalizing, our government is investing a lot in digitalization of all the procedures. But on the other side, even though it's kind of digital, most of the things must be done in the paper, especially with the tax administration. So people should be careful and should choose carefully the accountant and to be prepared for any kind of inspection or stuff like that. Because also we have I mean, the climate is changing in the positive way. So I hope in next few years the tax administration will fully digitalize. At the moment it is in that procedure, but some of the tasks must be done on foot and with the paper. But there are steps, very serious steps that in future we have fully digitalized tax administration. I mean, with the opening of the company business register, it's also now digitalized, because now it's done through one specific program. Before 1 year before, you must do everything with paperwork. So there are strong changes. But still, for example, the thing that people mostly don't understand, but those are the rules, are mostly connected with e-signature. E-signature is the signature that foreigner can use only for the purpose of signing the financial report and for signing for one that we call beneficiary owner, who is the real owner of the company. Even though it's very easy procedure to get it, the law insists on that you must collect it in person.
Like bank account.
Yeah. So no POA, which is basically, I mean, the biggest challenge for our clients. Why should I come for something if it's normal to be done by POA? But those are some rules that I hope in future will be changed, and that in like a few years we will have fully digitalized process.
Yes. So also, just confirm technically that after incorporation with POA, power of attorney, within how many days the client should come here to open bank account and also for the this e-signature procedure?
From the moment of the company formation, in 15 days, he must come.
In person.
In person.
I guess it is very clear. Of course, we have all this data on our website too. But I would like to ask you that: what about government and residence issues? Can they like having a company gives them right to move to Serbia and work, or how it works?
Yeah. Well, we are also modernizing our laws on that issue, because we are accepting a lot of digital nomads to Serbia. And now there is a new procedure of obtaining work and residence permit through company formation or through employment contract with some company you want to work with. But when it's involved with company formation, there are some rules that share capital in that particular situation should be at least 250 euros. And by opening the company, it's a valid ground to get the residence and work permit. On the other side, if you're not willing to live in Serbia and you want to just come once a month or twice a month, you don't need special work permits to contribute to work any kind of business. So basically, you can go to the bank, you can go to the accountant, you can sign the papers, everything. You don't need special work permit for that. The law is very strict in that way. In 6 months, if you don't require visa for Serbia, you can stay up to 90 days. So you just have to be like careful with that procedure. Yeah.
But technically, it is also important question, I guess, based on their passport, their resident, their citizenship. Because some countries, I believe, they need a visa, but some countries they are exempt from the visa, and is the reason I guess it will be crucial for based on their passport, right? Thank you so much. I guess it is very much clear for everybody, and we will have more videos about Serbia. And if you have any questions regarding the company formation procedures or details about Serbia, please feel free to contact us from info@coolcompanies.com, or you can find our WhatsApp channel, or you can contact us on our website as well. We try to back in 24 hours in business day to your all inquiries, and then we will keep in touch. And then would you like to add something, Radim, in general?
Well, we encourage any national, any foreigner who wants to invest to come to Serbia, because this country is very nice, and it will be much nicer, because we want to make it better with every day, and there are strong efforts to make it all digitalized, so that this can be a very, very productive ecosystem for new businesses, especially for IT nomads, which are now evolving. Also, people in Serbia are very well educated, so there is a quite astonishing workforce here, a very reliable workforce, and also it's, if you want to stay and live in Serbia, it's very nice.
Very good English level as well, I would say. I'm very surprising actually in Serbia. The young generation, even the old generation, starts to speak English very well if you compare with many other Balkan countries.
Yeah, I mean, practice make it better.
Yeah, right. So thanks so much, Rode, and we should try now jalapeno and shopska salad, and some rakia maybe. And also
Sure.
one of the best way to come to Serbia after incorporation. Really good, best part is the food.
That's the part.
And I would love to say that the Balkan food is amazing, Serbian food is amazing. And thanks so much, everybody. Keep in touch, like and follow us. And then if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send us email. And then we will keep in touch. Thanks so much.